pretty much asked 90% of people who their favorite player was is Ken Griffey Jr. What does that mean? You're just going to have that legacy for an entire generation.
Shocking. No,
yeah.
You go out there and you do what you're supposed to do, and you look like you're having a lot of fun. I mean, people gravitate towards that. And me being young, 19 in the big leagues, it helps. I mean, it's not like somebody 29, 30 that gets to the big leagues where, they can't relate. A lot of these kids they can relate because they were, 10, 12, 13. They're like, oh, he's there. So
yeah.
So it helps.
And of course, Ken Griffey Jr. is everyone's favorite player, but who is Ken Griffey Jr.'s favorite player outside of your dad?
Probably Ricky Henderson.
Oh, that's a nice pick.
I mean, there's so many people that Kirby Puckett, Dave Winfield, Oscar Gamble, Willie Randolph, the list goes on. Chili Davis, Eddie Murray. I mean, everybody, like when you're young, it takes a village to make sure that a 19-year-old doesn't mess it up.
Yeah.
So every city I went into, I had, somebody who was like my big brother. And then, as I got older, it became that they would give me a whole lot of advice, and then it became like, okay, you're good now.
Yeah, and you look at this Dodgers 1, 2, 3. You got Mookie, you got Ohtani, you got Freddie. You're part of one of the best top lineups in Major League history. What do you think is the biggest challenge for this group, and do you think that they have the chance to go down as one of the best 1, 2, 3s in baseball history?
Just got to go out there and be consistent, and not put too much pressure. And you got a guy behind you that can do the damage too. So pick your spots that you're going to do some damage and go for it. But also you're going to have to take some walks and do some other stuff to help.
And of course, you're the biggest superstar in your era. Ohtani's the biggest superstar in this era. How do you assess Ohtani? Just kind of make sense of what he does and as a player, pitching and hitting. Just what are your thoughts on Shohei as a player?
He's a great player. I just we don't have that. So we didn't have a position player that hit and play defense and pitched and stuff like that.
Yeah,
an era that you either play one position and move on. I mean, I think there could have been some guys who could have done it, but it's just nowadays times have changed and you can afford to have that guy.
Yeah, and how big do you think it is as far as this series, him on this platform, and just helping growing the game?
Well, I mean, anytime you got a guy, and it doesn't matter who it is that helps grow the game of baseball, all it takes is one person to change a household.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing. I mean, you look at it, my dad grew up watching football. Everybody wanted to play football. And all of a sudden, you get a guy, Stan Musial, who plays baseball and who's from the same town. I ended up playing with my grandfather in high school, and now the rest is history. But it just takes one person to love the game to, like I said, change a generation pretty much.
Yeah, and as far as Major League Baseball today, what's something you like about today's game that you most wish was like when you were playing?
Oh, that they can't throw over more than twice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like, what's something that you don't like about today's game, though?
Oh, the pitch clock.
The pitch clock. Not a big fan of the pitch clock.
Well, because sometimes you got to take time out to, you get 0-2 and you take a time out. Like the PA announcer didn't even get to finish a name sometimes, and but I understand what's going on. Sometimes you got to step out and regroup, and sometimes it's just a little too early. But it's growing on me. Looking at it being done by 9:45, 10 o'clock sometime instead of 11:30.
A little quicker, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at this team with Mookie and Freddie and all these guys, and of course the expectations are sky high. They got to win the World Series. But you look at baseball, sometimes the best team doesn't always win, right? Do you think they're unfair expectations? Do you think ultimately this team to be a success needs to win a World Series or two?
No, that's not my element. That's y'all.
Yeah.
That's,
No,
I don't. What I hope for is them to be, like every team, be consistent and go out there and play 162 games. And may the chips lay where they fall. But, sometimes some teams get hot at the right time and who are not the best team. And that's what's great about this game. You can have the highest payroll. Doesn't mean you're going to win. and you have the lowest payroll and win.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge for this Dodgers team?
Probably just trying to get everybody to stay healthy. I mean, but that's every team. You know, general managers and managers put a team together that they feel that's going to help, you know, win a championship. I've never seen a team go in there like, you know what, we just going to put this together. Now, if you're rebuilding, that's a whole different animal. But, you know, for the most part, you know, you hope that the guys stay healthy and stay consistent, because there's going to be some ups and downs. And you know, what's great about baseball is that every day there could be a different, you know, star.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody can win the game that, you know, and it doesn't have to be.
You just never know.
Mookie. It could be, you know, Keith could do it, you know, Lux could do it, you know. You know, so it's one of those things that, you know, everybody has a chance to contribute from the first pitch to the last pitch.
And as someone who's one of the best outfielders of all time defensively, what are your thoughts on Mookie just transitioning to going to second, then going to shortstop? I mean, that's not normal, right?
Well, I told him he was crazy. You know, he's just trying to win a gold glove everywhere. Just, you know. No, I mean, he's one of those guys that, you know, he's an athlete, and you put him where, and he's going to perform. And, you know, it's a lot of fun to watch. You know, I got to watch him during, you know, the WBC, and, you know, he's a great guy to be around. And you know, I learned a lot about him, and he learned a little about me. I can't give all my secrets away.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, Dodgers are, you know, should be happy they got him.
Absolutely. And last question here: your shoe legacy, the Griffeys, you still see them everywhere. How cool is that to see everyone just wearing those shoes? And do you have a favorite colorway of the Ken Griffey Jr. Nike series?
I got a white and powder blue that not a lot of people have.
Just rare air. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ken. Really appreciate you joining us here at Dodgers Nation, man. It means a lot, man. Thank you so much.